Joining me with a look at the many ways you can still have fun with Comic-Con without actually attending are my guests, KPBS Arts Calendar Editor Nina Guerin and James Hay, creator of the San Diego Comic-Con Offsite Events List. And James, how many offsite events do we have here going on in San Diego?
Well, I'm a little behind because of another convention, but my list currently has 225 items on it. I would suspect if I had had more time to research, I would have found 300 this year.
And there's more coming, right? There's pop-ups that can come up?
There's all sorts of pop-ups. I've never, ever had all the events. Suddenly there'll be new photo ops and people creating their own events just there in the streets sometimes.
Very spontaneous. How do you participate in these events? Are they all free? Do you need reservations? Do you need tickets?
It varies from the event to event. I mean, we're talking about parties, we're talking about major companies' events where they set up a huge array of, a huge pop-up thing.
I want to ask you that, though, if you can give us a range of the kind of events that you don't actually need your Comic-Con badge for. Are we talking restaurants?
There's converted restaurants, there's art shows, there's a parkour obstacle course that's been set up. There's lots of groups going out to do large group costume events. There's an attempt to do the world's largest video game costuming in the, largest group in the same place at once, which if we can't beat at Comic-Con, we're just not trying.
All right, exactly. So you can have a lot of fun. Well, Nina, highlight a few of the offsite events that are still available or maybe are pretty popular.
Okay, well, the San Diego Summer Pops is doing the Pokemon Symphony. And so they're going to be playing music from the video games, and they're going to have a screen with the cute characters. And that's family friendly, and tickets are still available for that. And there's also a word balloon art show. And that is students, faculty, and alumni from San Diego State have comic-themed art and kind of graphic novels and all sorts of comic-related things for free at a gallery downtown. So that's going to be open all 4 days of the event.
And there's comics.
There's comedy. There's some really high-profile, up-and-coming high-profile comedians. We've got Hannibal Buress, Eric Andre. We've got...
and that's at North Park Observatory.
That's at the North Park Observatory.
Are there still tickets to that?
I checked before coming to see you, and there were still tickets, but they'll probably be going fast.
And there's one other favorite of yours.
Yes, there's a comic art event at the Mike Hess Brewing. And so that is 30 local artists, and they're going to just also have their interpretation of art, and that's through graphic novels and art of all kinds. And they're also having an opening party tonight. And you can go and there'll be food trucks, music, and it's all ages, and that's happening.
Well, getting back to what James said, there's an official list, your official list. There's a Facebook interactive interactive Facebook page to find out about these events. And there's an official version, I think, on the Comic-Con website as well. So let me ask Nina this. You've done this before, and you've said there's a spontaneous way to do this if you don't necessarily want to go looking for tickets. How does that work?
Yeah, if you don't have tickets, you can go downtown, probably public transportation, as James recommends, and just kind of walk around, and you can do as little as just look at people in costumes and take pictures, or you can drop by some of the converted restaurants, or you can kind of just see what pops up. A friend of mine was just having lunch, and she saw Joshua Jackson, the actor, filming something, and she was part of it. So you just never know what's going to happen. You can do as much or as little as you want without having a ticket.
Sort of cruise downtown. Now, James, when did you start doing this list, and what has changed noticeably to you since you began doing it?
I started 4 years ago, and just the number has just grown and grown. Plus, a lot of non-professionals are getting in the act, more meetups, more costume groups,
right, so it's kind of grassroots, it sounds like.
Oh, yes. There's tons of the events that I have on the list have no affiliation with any business. of any type.
All right. Well, there's so much more to find out about this, and I want to let folks know that we have links to the offsite Comic-Con events and to those web pages at kpbs.org. James Hay and KPBS Nina Guerin, thank you so much.
Thank you.